3rd and 7. For the pattern, Allen taking off. Can he get there? Stiff arm to get there. 1st down. He took Nick Scott, and he's telling him about it too.
Here is that look that they love. 3 over here, bring a linebacker up that way. And Josh Allen knew right away if he could step up and through, there'd be nobody there. And then it's just one-on-one against a tremendous athlete in Nick Scott, a guy that was Saquon Barkley's backup running back, and take that home with you.
Yeah, you can't have negative plays. Can't have sacks, and you can't have pre-snap penalties.
3rd and 15. It breaks down, so Allen, this is where he's so dangerous.
Oh,
yeah, oh my goodness. He soared for about 3 yards and picked up the 1st down.
At the very end of this, he shows this like creature from a different planet going, uh-oh, I can't, nope. And I mean, he spins. Watch this right here. There's 180.
Wow.
There's 270, 3.
Got to get this ball out quick.
He's just going to run it. Josh Allen leaping for 2, but he lost the ball. He tried to leap for the goal line. That ball is still loose, kicking it forward, still on the ground, and the 2-point try.
Well, look at this. He's just got to break the plane right there.
Tennessee, big weekend, next weekend on NBC. From the 20, Allen, let's go. Downfield for Diggs. He's got it. Diggs to the 25-yard line. 1 snap, 55 yards, no timeouts for the Bills.
That they have a chance to get deep. They have the option to make a little move like that, turn the safety around, and throw that sucker down the field as far as this guy can throw it. And it is pretty far. We've already seen a 98-yard touchdown earlier this season to Gabriel Davis.
Steps into it, down the middle. He's open. Oh, my goodness. How did he get that open?
Oh.
Diggs, the pass was perfect, and they're already in range for Bat.
For 38 to 48 straight yards. That ball, if it's anybody, I mean, there's only 5 guys ever where that ball gets there before that hand hits it, before the safety Joseph gets in there. Unbelievable, Josh Allen.
That is some throw. Oh, wow.
This is huge for the end of the season, I'm telling you.
Here comes Allen. Looking long. Throws to the end zone. And the ball is caught! Of all people, it's Dawson Knox.
He throws him open right here at the top. It's pretty good coverage by Reed, but the ball goes right down on the side. Tells him, look at that. Josh Allen, move here, do this.
Diggs has been fairly quiet since early in this game. Not a catch in this half. But they're looking for him now! And there it is! Bingo! Diggs with the touchdown from long distance.
One of the great throws you'll see all year. Josh Allen from the 40-41, flat-footed, getting hit into the end zone on a double move by Diggs under pressure with the 2 seed on the line. And number 1 in the league on 3rd down.
Yeah, they are the Bills, 56% on 3rd down, but it's 3rd and 10, throwing into the wind, way down the field. Oh my goodness! This is going to be 98 yards to Gabe Davis. A 98-yard explosion.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, he had 10 touchdowns last year. Now he had 1 earlier this year. That's the 2nd, and you see the big playability. He just wasn't running the same.
Yeah.
And it just was like, and then you see him now, I was like, wow, he looked good this week at practice. And I was like, this is a big play guy. You're talking about the number 1 3rd down team in the league, though, Jim. I mean, 56% on 3rd down.
Crazy.
That's incredible.
You don't. You got to get back here more often.
It's a great area.
And we will. Here's Allen. Trying to go deep to Davis. He pulled it in. Incredible catch.
Oh, incredible is right. What is going on today? There's so much randomness.
That's crazy.
You're going to watch. He outthrows the coverage here. You'll see 13 runs straight past the middle of the field, and Fitzpatrick does not get beat. He almost comes down. He's in perfect position, and he's going to rip it away from him, and Davis goes, no, I'm bigger than you.
On 1st and 10, Allen on the keep. Allen with room to run. Allen headed for the sideline. Josh Allen chugging down the sideline. Look at Allen go! Finally pulled down! Inside the 15 at the 11. McKinley and Crossan caught up with Josh Allen.
Check this out. They're in man-to-man. Boom. There's only one guy left in the middle. Van Roten takes him. It's the middle backer, and there goes Josh Allen running by everybody.
48 yards total on the drive. Can they make it pay off here? Allen running and throws, and it's caught by Gabe Davis in the end zone. He's hassled, and he's able to get it away.
It's incredible he stays in bounds, and we see him often work to the right sideline. In fact, he's done it before the Patriots when he hit Dawson Knox. Just goes airborne before he goes out of bounds.
Called it DiCaprio. The Titanic might be happening for Kansas City here.
Here comes Allen with the keep and the leap. Oh, what a run by Josh Allen.
I've been waiting for the quarterback power for quite some time. Quarterback to run, quarterback sneak, quarterback run up the middle, and he does the same thing right there.